Yo les amis, comment allez-vous? J'espère que vous allez bien. Allez, nous allons faire un petit live sur la nouvelle mission du Shogun Raiden, donc communément appelé ici Baal, acte 2. On va faire ça dans cette nouvelle quête. On va quand même faire le live sur cette mission. Voilà. Où est-ce que je vais te mettre ça? Voilà. Alors ici. Merde, je sais plus ça se trouve, parce que j'étais le foutre. Voilà. Oui, je suis en train de me mettre la à jour, les gars. Donc, patientez un petit instant. Euh... Non, merde, je trouve que c'est passé. Ok. Voilà, voilà, les amis, je suis prêt. On y va, c'est parti. Il me manque un truc ici par contre. Voilà. Allez hop, c'est bon, c'est parti. J'espère que vous allez bien. Le jeu va commencer dans quelques minutes. Ok, ça c'est bon, on a enregistré. Alors on y va. Ok. Ok, c'est parti. On est en direct sur YouTube et sur Twitch. Ok, YouTube. Ok, c'est bien. C'est parti. Allez, on y va. Salut frère Canard, comment tu vas? Tu vas bien? Je pense que tu as déjà fait la quête du Shogun Rider, à mon avis. Donc de Raiden, quoi. Du coup, je vais la faire maintenant. Je l'ai pas fait du tout. J'espère que je vais pouvoir la faire sans trop de soucis. Allez, c'est parti. Alors, j'ai activé la quête qui se trouve par ici. Par contre, je vais faire un truc juste avant, comme ça je perds pas ma résine parce que je suis déjà à 160. Le temps que je fasse ma mission et tout, je pense que je peux la... Mais non, c'est pas ça, excuse-moi. Hop, 2. Je peux en faire 2, ouais. Voilà, comme ça, le temps que je fasse ma mission, elle va se régénérer. Voilà. Alors dis-moi, Victor, pour finir, tu as fait quoi? Toi, tu as voté, j'allais dire, tu as fait tes invoques. Et est-ce que tu as eu quelqu'un que tu avais envie d'avoir ou tu attends la prochaine bannière? Je pense que tu m'avais dit que c'était pour la prochaine bannière, toi. Hein. Moi, du coup, sur mon compte, je me suis fait avoir. Sur le bandit 2009, j'ai pas pu l'avoir là. Aïe, quoi. Mais j'ai eu Fischl, donc je l'ai en C4 maintenant, et franchement, je sens bien la différence. J'ai eu Diana 2 fois, j'ai également eu. Comment ça s'appelle? J'ai eu également Thomas aussi, que j'avais déjà, mais bon, comme ça, j'ai pu le mettre en C3. Bon, maintenant, on va aller faire ça, la quête ici. Allez, je connais pas du tout, je sais pas exactement ce qui va se passer, mais j'espère que c'est bien. Allez, c'est parti. Ah ouais, Kazuha, ouais. J'aurais peut-être dû faire la même chose que toi. Mais bon, maintenant, c'est sûr et certain que je fais encore maximum 30 invos, 30 invocations, et j'ai YAE si je veux, quoi. Parce que je me suis fait shaft une fois à 50-50, elle m'a donné Kiki, une 5 étoiles que je n'utilise pas. Et voilà, donc du coup, là maintenant, normalement, je dois avoir obligatoirement, encore après 30 vues. Mais c'est chiant à chaque fois, je dois toujours faire au minimum 100 vues pour avoir le perso 5 étoiles. C'était pareil avec... avec qui encore? Je sais plus avec qui là. Ok, bon ben j'espère que ça va aller, que je vais pas me perdre dans les méandres de l'histoire. Hein. J'espère que la quête est bien, parce que il y en a pas mal qui disent qu'elle est pas terrible, donc c'est bête quoi. Alors, c'est parti, j'espère que le son est correct. Allez, on y va. Tiens, c'est bizarre, j'entends le son bizarroïde.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
the Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred Sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Rift Towns? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Ina. Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred Sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Town's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. So far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
Il est temps de renvoyer ces toutous à la niche.
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abasosk.
Alors, rêve éphémère, début de la quête.
The sacred Sakura is in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought? Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Kazari's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it. Time to teach him a lesson.
Tu peux regarder après si tu trouves le cap, s'il te plaît. Tu es ici quelque part. Pour l'instant, ça va, il y a le temps. D'abord, théoriquement, je pense que je vais avoir un point de TP parce que je vais pas me taper jusque là-bas tout au fond. Ça serait un petit peu. Je sais pas, je vais voir quelque chose. Non, ça va, ok, je commence. Oh non, c'est quoi cette histoire encore? Pourquoi est-ce qu'il est lent comme ça? Je l'avais bien fait, pourtant tout fonctionnait bien correctement. Attendez les gars, si j'essaie de trouver mon chat. Voilà, du coup. C'est où ici moi depuis FARME en fait. Voilà. Frère Canard, quoi? Normalement, à partir de 75 vœux que tu dois plus de chances d'avoir un légendaire entre 75 et 85. Ça s'appelle la soft pity. Entre 85 et 100, c'est une hard pity. Ben écoute, là théoriquement, je vais être en soft pity alors. Juste après ici. Attends, je dois être là. Alors voilà. Donc bah, à chaque fois, j'arrive plus ou moins toujours pour pouvoir avoir mon 5 étoiles. Toujours là, quoi. C'est incroyable. Il y a des gens qui ont de la chance et eux, direct, à 50-50, comme on dit, ils l'ont et moi, je l'ai pas, ça fait chier, quoi. Presque 12 000 primos que j'ai mis quand même. Attends, parce que c'est de l'autre côté qu'il faut que j'arrive. C'est en bas.
I ride on wind and cloud alike.
Et alors, normalement, il y a une quête pour gagner une arme, mais c'est l'arme de Yae, non? Ah, j'ai sorti. Ah merde, où je suis? Oh là là, j'ai perdu ma vue. Allez, par là. C'est quoi ça? Non, déjà un combat avant de commencer.
thyself. I summon thee.
Ils veulent pas crever un petit
No
peu,
rest
non?
for the wicked.
Swift and merciful.
Oh merde, il y en a des autres là-bas. Ils sont à combien?
Let's light it up.
Putain, mais la caméra, franchement, elle m'emmerde. Faut vraiment trouver une solution pour ça. Parce que
Submit for judgment.
c'est trop chiant. Allez.
Witness the power of Gogwa.
Forth, my blade.
Everybody stand back.
Ah!
Arrête de foutre le quoi.
Wings
Des
of
concussions, ça
darkness.
dit, non?
Come, sever night from day.
No rest.
Wow, there are so many of them. No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help.
Eh, mais attends, c'est
Come on,
normal, ça.
Cameron, you can take them.
Putain, mais il y en a combien? Est-ce que c'est normal? Attends, mais c'est quoi ça? C'est vraiment non?
No rest for the wicked.
Attends, je sais pas ce qu'il y a eu, mais il y a eu
I
quelque chose.
summon thee.
Oui, mais ça bug, non? C'est ma console qui bug? Ou mon PC qui bug? Connexion, je veux dire.
One with my blade.
Ah. Voilà. Non, j'ai peur.
Torn to oblivion!
Ouh. Elle est forte.
Shogun? Wait, no. Could also be A.
Oh, it's you two.
Elle fait genre qu'elle ne connaît pas.
It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
Okay, sounds more like A. You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
I'm making early preparations for what is to come.
Je suis en train de préparer quelque chose.
Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. Since then, every time I...
Makes sense. You must get super bored
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed and I considered this matter worthy of my attention. If the Shogun, rather than I, were to discover them...
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Merci pour le pouce bleu, les gars, ça fait plaisir.
Precisely. But Rifthound...
A disaster?
Yes. 500... Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rifthounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts. So you've heard of it too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kinda makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we can ask her to tell us more about Conria. This color! It's similar to the color when the Sacred Sakura takes damage! Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Non, c'est dans l'autre sens. Ok, bon, mais du coup, on va faire ça. Ici, il y a les traces de pas. Alors, c'est quoi? Suivez les traces, d'accord? Si je suis dessus. Suivez les traces qui ont été laissées. Du coup, je fais quoi? Je continue ou quoi? Ah, d'accord. Je pensais que je devais interagir. Ok. D'accord.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious.
Fort heureusement.
The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh?
Ouais, des
What's
fantômes.
this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our... But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
J'ai déjà ramassé les minerais, là. Toujours intéressant d'en avoir.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, we will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything, every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now, there's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. There are no monsters.
what? But how? Just moments ago, I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down.
I think I understand. Almighty Show. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the rift hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly after.
so the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely... Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while the disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. But my friend, Kitsu, I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it,
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as...
indeed. Countless monsters. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until... But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to...
Hey,
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't... All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize, when I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of moving forward inevitably invites further loss. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, all those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting as Inazuma's god. It is high time I honored their wish. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Ok.
I summon thee.
Merci. Attends, parce que j'avais vu des trucs là. Je peux ramasser. Ok. Non, j'avais ramassé du sol.
There are a load of rift hounds here too.
Okay,
Leave them to me. Now you shall perish. There is no escape. Ha! Ha!
C'est un peu sur les tours, parce qu'il est super bon.
Shine down. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Ok.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Qu'est-ce qui ne va pas?
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go!
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again!
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest...
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with... It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out.
What should we do? Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly... People flee out of a desire to live on. And the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts. The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to... One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. One moment, I'll just... Where... I hope the others didn't smash it to some...
Can't see it.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves.
Don't worry about it. Take...
Almighty Shogun, you're not going to...
This place is... Leave it to us.
But... I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago...
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if the philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different...
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world, they are similar, But not when you came charging into the plane of youth. Now, it's...
Wow.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate...
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with. Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity. But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
I take my meals cold to quiet the spirit and calm my vital energies. GENSHIN infused water with ice is the most effective.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
How will the Sakoku decree affect that?
Exorcism uses thaumaturgy and martial arts to conquer evil. There are other means to the same end, but they are not the true way.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
How will the Sakoku decree affect that?
Allez, c'est reparti, on continue l'aventure sur le jeu.
How will the Sakoku decree affect that?
Allez, on va continuer l'histoire.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.
Ok, c'est parti. Alors, où est-ce qu'on doit aller là? 400 mètres. Donc on va le raccourcir s'il y a moyen. Bon, on va prendre ça ici. Voilà. Rendez-vous là où se trouve le maître de thé. Ok. Putain de thé, merde.
Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself. So, we didn't even have a chance to...
The information held in the ley lines is complex and Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other... Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. The events of 500 years ago.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone. Without unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the... At this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or... perhaps it was more that she went ahead of... Yes. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be some... It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Well, it was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so mad, no one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if in the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome...
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Brother? I had heard that you were looking for your... You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst and also... my mind was consumed entirely with the plight, so... I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters...
I summon thee! Out of the way! Ow! Let's light it up!
Ok, bah, du coup, on va voir un peu ici ce qui se passe. J'en profite en même temps pour je regarde les traces. Je vais prendre là-bas, il y a encore des trucs minerais. Je vais les prendre direct. Ainsi. Ça sert à rien de gaspiller, hein, n'est-ce pas? Pour les vêtements. Allez, ok, c'est par là les traces. Un petit truc à ramasser. Ok. Tiens, j'ai une étoile. J'ai pas le choix, je suis obligé de passer par là. Il n'y a pas le choix, il faut y aller.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Ok, vas-y.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright? You're scaring us!
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best.
Bizarre.
Illusion shattered! Ha! 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 Ha!
Putain, elle est bien quand même, Raiden. Hein?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Illusion Vision shattered! Torn to oblivion!
Je sais que je suis gelé.
Shine down! Erase all threats!
Ça y est, c'est bon. Ah non, c'est pas bon. On va devoir l'aider, je pense.
Hey, maybe you should leave this one to us.
J'ai pas fait caca ce matin et j'ai mal au ventre. Est-ce que... Oui, vraiment, franchement, aidez-moi. Ou sinon, je vais faire sur moi.
My apologies.
Mais t'inquiète, on va t'aider.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's go.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak...
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope. This hope is the light that will guide...
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Qui c'est qui va faire tout le boulot, c'est bon.
Shogun!
A touch of... Fourth, my blade.
I summon thee! I summon thee! Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Change of plans. Body and mouth.
Swift and merciful.
No rest for the wicked.
From whence you came.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain, outline.
I summon thee! Everybody stand back!
Fourth, my blade.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day!
Time to act.
Et alors? Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep...
I'm fine. I feel much better.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon...
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, there's...
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best.
Ok, bon bah, c'est pour remarquer qu'ils étaient bons.
But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our...
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim...
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
Shogun.
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked the result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, you could take the view that whatever I say to them, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're...
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my I used to think just like that samurai. That I was first and foremost, but what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. As the Raiden Shogun, they reveal...
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma. And no matter how long it takes, now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. I will leave the Tenryou and Yashiro commissions to...
Alrighty then.
Allons-y.
It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be... She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up!
Ça commence, je suis constipé. C'est pas possible. J'ai dû me choper, je sais pas quoi. Un tronc d'arbre, ou je sais pas, ou une noisette qui passe pas.
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... It looks like... the situation... No need. I need to go to the cave below the ground.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground.
Rendez-vous dans la grotte. Ok. Attendez, je vais en profiter pour voir un petit peu où se situe cette étoile.
Body and mind.
Elle doit être ici quelque part. Bah regarde justement où qu'elle est.
Body and mind.
Bon bah tant que j'y suis, je vais prendre un petit scarabouto. Pas gaspiller, il faut ramasser pour une minute, pour la prochaine étape. Allez.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Whoa! Where'd that Torii gate come from?
Ok. On va passer dans un autre monde alors, une autre époque.
It's getting worse again. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. It looks like she...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Follow me. On va aller dans les abysses. Ouf. Non, bon bah du coup. Où va-t-on? Bon, bah, pour l'instant, la quête, je veux dire, ça va, quoi. C'est pas si terrible que ça.
Dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place... Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that...
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe, but have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just... are you,
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way.
Salut Bessa. Salut. Je sais pas dire ton pseudo, poteau.
Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! It's a bit extreme! Hey, showdown with the Shogun?
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed.
Si tu veux, tu peux m'ajouter en ami. Il suffit simplement de regarder mon idée qui est à l'écran. Tu me demandes une demande d'amis, je t'ajouterai. Mais là, malheureusement, on peut pas jouer ensemble parce que c'est le mode, c'est l'extension du mode histoire de Imperatrix Umbrosa. Donc, je suis en train de faire l'histoire. Donc, du coup, là, tu ne pourras pas venir, quoi. Mais par la suite, si jamais tu as besoin d'aide pour farmer, ou pour faire des donjons, pour faire des quêtes ou quoi que ce soit, il n'y a pas de problème, quoi.
I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you hack it through or something?
Okay.
They both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes. It inherits A's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determined. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you.
Ok, merci, pas de problème.
Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Ride an A.
Ouh, ça va bastonner, je le sens.
In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced.
Non, je veux pas me battre.
Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as bright.
Et si tu as Discord, c'est encore mieux. J'ai un Discord, éventuellement, c'est plus facile pour parler, quoi. Oh là là. Aïe, aïe, aïe.
Pathetic weak.
Je vais l'avoir dans la tête parce que je la connais pas du tout, j'ai jamais joué.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Weak.
Oh salope, personne n'a... Oh pardon.
The eye sweeps the land.
Fais suer.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion. Inferior.
Oh merde, elle a bougé.
The kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain.
Elle a triché, elle a fait des trucs que je fais
As long as the ley
pas.
lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never
C'est pas
stop.
très fort, c'est pas grave, t'inquiète.
She's completely recovered?
Now you shall perish. Pathetic. Weak. Shine down. Pathetic. Weak.
Merde, j'ai pas vu qu'elle s'est fait un bouclier.
Thunder.
Aïe. Je veux pas mourir, quoi.
This world, a fleeting shadow. Illusion shattered. Verdict is decided. Be gone. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusions of our destructions. Shine down.
Oh là là, c'est trop bien. On va faire des tables corps, trouver l'illusion parfaite.
Illusion shattered.
Saloperie.
Now you shall perish. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the
Je
clouds.
suis presque mort.
There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Stillness transcending. Inferior. Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal. I shall not fall here.
Ah, je suis presque mort. Ah, ça y est, j'ai repris de la vie. Comment ça se fait qu'on a de la vie?
Now you shall perish. Inferior. There is no escape. Swift and merciful. Only
Je l'ai eu.
emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
Attends, j'ai commencé. Tu es à un stade du jeu où il n'y a rien à faire. Non, non. Bon, il y a toujours des choses à faire. Le farm, les donjons.
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, The Shogun's rules can never change. And Inazuma, this is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree. It is about time that I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true, I fight for the everlasting future. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. During my absence, I place...
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Non, mais dans le jeu, il y a toujours des choses à faire. Hein. Si tu veux vraiment avoir les meilleurs artefacts et tout, bah, il faut farmer, quoi. Il faut faire les donjons. Et aller chercher des ressources et tout ça, quoi. Donc, ouais, il y a toujours des trucs à faire. Maintenant, il y a des gens, ils ont fait jouer au jeu, ouais, ils sont à R58 ou à R60, mais ils ont pas forcément les meilleurs stuff, ils ont pas forcément les meilleurs persos, ils ont pas forcément les... Bah, je sais pas... Maintenant, je veux dire, ceux qui sont à R60, en général, bon, ils essayent d'avoir toujours les meilleurs trucs quand même, quoi. Mais bon, ça c'est répétitif, mais bon, c'est bien, hein, ils ont fait des mises à jour et tout. Ici, ils ont mis une nouvelle map. Ouais, c'est pas une nouvelle map. Sur Inkonomia, ils ont ajouté donc une nouvelle, on va dire une nouvelle quête, une nouvelle histoire. Ils ont pas rajouté une map, ils ont mis l'ancienne map, ils ont rajouté 2-3 trucs, et ainsi de suite. Ouais, bon, ils auraient pu rajouter une map si vous voulez, mais à mon avis, ça coûte cher.
What do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever?
Alors pour tes fleurs, tu as juste à aller sur Oyolab et tu as la map interactive, tu tapes la fleur que tu cherches et il va te dire où ça se situe. Donc toutes les ressources du jeu de Genshin Impact, tu peux les trouver sur une carte interactive sur Oyolab. Tu tapes Oyolab, carte interactive, tu vas trouver quoi. Tout. C'est par là qu'on voit tout le monde, quoi, parce qu'il y a tellement de points sur la carte où tu peux trouver des poissons de telle manière, des pierres, des artefacts, de tout, quoi, des arbres bizarres, des morceaux de bois, tout ça, c'est par là que tu dois aller, quoi.
She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better.
Écoute,
is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight?
Vas-y, ajoute-moi et on ira le chercher ensemble. Je te montrerai où tu peux les trouver, où elles sont situées, et la meilleure façon d'y aller, quoi. Tout simplement.
Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel time on now. Okay, maybe if we both... Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm playing thingies more than we just...
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
No, let me try again.
Ouais, aïe.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you.
Attends, c'est bon.
I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It said...
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of...
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure!
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of... All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from what I've heard,
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can... Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
May the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom eternally.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness, in other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this...
So, it's abstract, but
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to... This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well...
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is egg.
Bloodhunt up to here with both of you! Oh, fine!
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say... Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by... Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to...
What do we do?
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Perish! Illusion shattered! Inferior! There is no escape! Witness the final calamity! Shine down! Illusion shattered! Eternity is in my hand! Transcend all constraints. The will I carry within me will never be eroded nor destroyed! Illusion shattered! Inferior! Shine down! This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and But a will that cannot be eroded has... You need not worry about the future. And I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this, yet my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stir. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full... When I clasped it was at once a familiar feeling. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer... From this day forth, I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. You truly have changed. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because... It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like,
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, there was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you. Did you know what was about? I had some sense of it. That place... in my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, but I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. Don't look down on me. See? It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades, that it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future. Nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now...
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason...
Well, I'm not convinced that...
I know what you mean. Perhaps Makoto got a higher... Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura. But to me, it is all... You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it. I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the love, and obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of... Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search, simply establishing... Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the... The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness...
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Ina? But it turned out you had come to... You too have my thanks.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights...
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how she even factored my immaturity into her. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long... Makoto and you...
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen.
Makoto said the exact same
thing! Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will to find out where things currently stand. Then, after that, I will abolish...
Really? That's huge!
I am no longer pursuing... I don't doubt that many challenges... I'm looking forward to it.
Bon, ouais, du coup, on a fini la quête. Hein. Bon, c'était une belle petite quête qui a duré plus ou moins une quarantaine de minutes. Ça va Dexo, ça va super bien. Du coup, il me reste les offrandes à faire, donc ça je peux le faire aussi. Mais ça je pense que je vais le faire demain. J'ai pas envie d'aller trop vite parce que ça passe tellement vite que déjà la première aventure est déjà terminée. Hop là. Par contre, attends, je te regarde un truc qui m'a dit un point de TP débloqué. T'es aussi sur Genshin Impact, t'es quel AR? T'es AR combien, je veux dire?
No rest for the wicked.
Donc ici je prends un truc de cerise ici. Ok. Alors attends, on va voir un petit peu. Il y avait je sais plus quoi. Il y avait une demande d'amis, j'ai oublié de l'ajouter. Donc si vous voulez, éventuellement, si vous avez besoin d'aide pour les missions, les quêtes ou quoi que ce soit, n'hésitez pas à m'ajouter. Alors ici il y a une personne qui m'a demandé un ami, je vais l'ajouter. Mayonnaise, ouais. Voilà, mayonnaise c'est fait, je t'ai ajouté. Moi j'ai commencé il y a longtemps. Alors il n'y a pas longtemps, une semaine peut-être, mais je suis à R16. Ben impeccable, à R16 ça veut dire que je peux déjà venir t'aider si tu as besoin. Ce serait plus facile pour toi, donc si tu as besoin, n'hésite pas, demande-moi, je viens t'aider, surtout pour faire tes quêtes quotidiennes, pour faire tes boss, hein, parce que quand tu as des boss à faire et tout ça, ben, et faire tes coffres, farmer, tout ça, je peux t'aider sans problème. Et puis je connais quand même pas mal de trucs sur le jeu, donc du coup des endroits cachés et tout, pour les faire, que tu puisses les gagner et tout. Voilà. Mais bon, prends ton temps sur le jeu. Essaye de farmer au max les divers endroits et tout, pour gagner un maximum de loot, quoi. Mais tout ce que tu vois, tu ramasses. Tout. Regarde, tu te promènes. Exemple, tu te promènes, ben, tu prends du bois. Tu vois ici par exemple il y a un scarab autour, ben, tu vas en avoir besoin si jamais tu lootes un perso style Ito, ben, il en a besoin. Même si ça n'a pas besoin, tu ramasses. Alors si je sais pas si tu sais, il y a certains persos, par exemple regarde. Je coupe du bois, tu pourras avec les persos classiques, tu peux en choper 3 ou 4 troncs. Morceaux de, on va dire des bûches plutôt. Par contre, si tu prends... il y a certains persos qui donnent des avantages. Ici, par exemple, moi, je vais prendre Ito. Voilà, je vais prendre Ito.
I am the man.
Donc, je prends Ito, ben lui, directement, à chaque fois, j'aurai 5 morceaux de bois. Donc, par exemple, normalement, j'ai tapé ici, j'en avais plus. Là, il doit m'en donner un. Ah non, celui-là, il a déjà été fait, donc du coup, il me donnera rien. Mais si je tape dans un autre arbre, hop, voilà, celui-ci, par exemple, hein. Allez, arrête de taper là, ça. Voilà, tu vas m'en donner plus. Et c'est pour tout, il faut faire attention pour tout. Par exemple, quand tu vas à la synthèse, si tu vas à la synthèse, il y a certains personnages qui donnent des 10% de chance d'avoir un truc en double, 25% de chance d'avoir de restituer le matos que tu as utilisé. Il y a plein de trucs comme ça quoi, chaque fois. Ah merde, c'est pas ça, c'est autre chose. Je vais me faire niquer par la fin. Allez, ok. Ah. Tu vois, 5 bois chaque fois, donc 5 bois sur bûche. Dès que si tu prends avec un autre perso, bah t'en as 3 ou maximum 4. Et puis t'as des persos qui t'indiquent des positions aussi. Là où tu peux choper des ressources. Par exemple sur Inazuma, bah, tu as
Can't catch me.
Voilà, je prends parce que je peux toujours en avoir besoin. Il suffit que je ne prenne pas pour qu'on me le demande. Là-bas, il y a un scarabouto, je vais le prendre. Oh, ok, merci, mais demain j'ai cours et après je suis en vacances, donc on verra. Merci. Oh, il n'y a pas de souci, plutôt. Mon perso plus fort actuellement, ben écoute, ça dépend de la façon que tu joues, mais le plus fort, on va dire, qui est plus puissant, c'est lui pour l'instant. Mais moi j'utilise beaucoup, donc j'utilise beaucoup, c'est lui. Shongyun, je laisse un personnage cryo, glace quoi. Puis lui j'utilise en main DPS, puis j'ai Bennett, lui je l'utilise en tant que booster et en même temps soigneur. Et Fischl c'est mon personnage électro quoi. Donc quand je fais des électrocutions, ben, je fous de l'eau et en même temps je fais électricité, ben, ça les fait péter. Voilà, ben bon, il n'y a pas de souci, quand tu seras là, si jamais je suis en live, si tu as besoin, ben, n'hésite pas. Et profite bien de tes vacances parce que cette année-ci c'était vraiment la catastrophe et l'année passée aussi. Ah, je suis tombé, je me suis trompé. Le fin fond des méandres. Il y a vraiment plein d'endroits à exploiter, à découvrir dans le jeu et franchement, ça peut durer très longtemps. Ah oui, il faut que j'aille faire mes profondeurs spiralées, c'est vrai. Ok, du coup, moi ça j'ai terminé, mais malheureusement, je peux pas faire la suite. Attends, je dois faire un truc ici par contre, tant que j'y suis. Je vais venir faire. Je dois pêcher encore 3 personnes. Ouais, bah franchement, le jeu il est super. En plus, la map elle est immense. Regarde. Tu vois, il y a plein d'endroits et tout ça. Et ici, tu as l'île de Tsurumi, là. Cette île-là, au début, en fait, ce qui se passe, il y a un brouillard permanent. Et ta quête, ça va être quoi? Ça va être de pouvoir de le faire disparaître. Mais l'aventure, elle dure des heures pour le faire. Tu as plein de trucs à faire pour pouvoir enlever ce brouillard permanent, quoi. Et puis sur chaque endroit où tu vas, sur les îles, tu as plein d'endroits où tu peux choper des trucs importants. Par exemple, tu vois, moi aussi j'ai mis toutes les petites étoiles là, ce sont des artefacts. Donc ces artefacts c'est quoi? C'est pour t'augmenter quand tu vas commencer à mettre ton build, on va dire, ben, tu vas pouvoir les augmenter grâce à cette petite pièce que tu vas récupérer au fur et à mesure que tu te promènes dans le jeu et tu les récupères et après tu pourras évoluer tes équipements, quoi. Tu vois, tu en as partout. Il n'y a qu'une seule chose qui est embêtant, c'est que le nombre est limité, donc ça serait bien qu'ils commencent à augmenter le nombre de points de repère, on va dire, pour pouvoir les trouver, quoi. Voilà. Ouais, et du coup, moi je devais faire un truc là, je suis en train de partir autre part. Je te dis un truc, après je le fais pas. J'y suis allé ou pas? Non, j'y suis allé. Voilà. Du coup, là je vais aller pêcher pour gagner une arme, donc pour augmenter le raffinement de mon arme. Oh non, putain, j'ai encore le rouge. Il fait chier. Salut Noam, comment tu vas? Merci poto, merci beaucoup. Noam, quand c'est que tu viens sur Genshin? C'est peut-être pas ton genre de jeu au fait, mais pourtant c'est pas mal comme jeu. Franchement, regarde, t'as même la pêche, tu vois, tranquille. Tu pêches au calme. Maintenant, leur façon de pêcher n'est pas terrible, franchement, par rapport à d'autres jeux. Où là, tu as vraiment la sensation que tu pêches. Là, franchement, quand tu pêches, tu es obligé de regarder ta jauge. Tu peux pas regarder le poisson parce que sinon, tu loupes tout, quoi. Donc, tu es obligé de regarder la jauge, quoi. Donc, c'est chiant, c'est ça qui est chiant, quoi. Ou alors, il devrait peut-être déplacer la jauge, peut-être le mettre un peu plus bas. Parce que là, franchement... Alors tu vois, tu as aussi des personnages qui te donnent des... Quand tu pêches, ben, tu peux les avoir en double. Si tu prends Thomas et tu les as en double. C'est pas toujours le cas, mais... Bon, eux, j'en ai rien à foutre, j'ai pas besoin d'eux pour l'instant. Donc, à combien est-ce qu'on est de poissons? Attends. J'adore le jeu, mais trop vieux déjà. Depuis la sortie, pour moi, sinon, déjà... Ah, tu l'avais déjà testé? Bah, trop vieux, il est sorti l'année passée, hein, c'est pas qu'il est trop vieux. Maintenant, ça dépend qu'est-ce qu'on dit sur trop vieux. Garde, putain, fichier. Oh, pardon. Je dois trouver 9 poissons verts. Ceux-là, il y en a tout le temps partout, mais celui-là, il y en a que 5 par jour, donc...
I created another universe and founded
Ah, mais tiens, il y a un endroit où il y a un gros coffre précieux que pas mal de personnes ont oublié de le faire. Et d'ailleurs, moi aussi, je l'ai fait. Je l'ai fait sur mes 2 autres comptes, mais sur mon compte principal, je l'ai pas fait. D'ailleurs, je vais aller le voir tout de suite. Il y a 2 coffres à faire. Et ils viennent de faire encore 2 events sur le jeu, donc c'est pas qu'ils ont laissé tomber hein, directement. Il y a plein de trucs hein, chaque fois. Ils suivent bien quoi. Maintenant il y a un autre jeu que j'ai voulu télécharger, et ça tombe toi aussi tu vas peut-être télécharger, c'est Lost Ark. Chez nous en Belgique il est interdit à cause du gacha, tu vois, les trucs à l'aveugle. Quand tu achètes c'est interdit chez nous. Hein. Et donc du coup on peut pas le faire. C'est un super free to play en plus. Attends, on va aller voir ici le coffre. Il y a un coffre précieux qui est caché juste en dessous. C'est tout bête, mais parfois il y a des choses qu'on sait trop bêtes, trop faciles, ben, on ne les voit pas. Regarde, tu vois, il y a déjà un coffre là. Je me semblais bien, je l'avais pas fait dans mon compte à moi personnel. Je l'ai fait dans mes anciens comptes. Et ici, il y a un gros coffre normalement. Ici, voilà, vous avez un gros coffre précieux normalement. Ouais, non, pas normalement, c'est sûr. Donc, moi, je l'ai fait celui-là. Donc, je vais voir si j'ai fait celui qui était en haut. Là, il y avait un coffre précieux aussi, là. Donc, je l'ai fait celui-là. Oh là, elle a coincé, le pauvre. Ah, bah, il est ici, voilà. Oui, il y a encore un coffre caché, il me semble bien.
Destiny has brought me hither.
T'es pas fan de Lost Ark? Ah ok d'accord, bah c'était pas fan. Pourtant c'est un jeu où il y a beaucoup de viewers, quoi. C'est ça que quand t'es streamer, bah il faut privilégier justement les jeux qui apportent beaucoup de stream, de viewers. En plus il est gratuit, donc c'est l'avantage c'est ça, quoi. Ah, moi si j'avais la possibilité de le faire, j'ai essayé, je voulais le faire avec un VPN, mais justement ils ont fait des messages sur... ils ont diffusé des messages en disant que si on utilisait un VPN sur Steam ou par rapport à Amazon Prime, ben, on risquait d'avoir des problèmes, quoi, tu vois, donc du coup je préfère pas. La seule possibilité pour moi c'était de demander à un ami français de me faire un compte sur un stream français, sur un Steam français, et activer le compte là-bas, c'est tout, et puis il passe les codes, à ce moment-là c'est bon. Mais bon, le problème c'est que quand tu demandes à des gens, ouais je sais le faire, mais après bon... Ils oublient facilement. Oh, c'est pas grave, je m'en fous. Ah, ça c'est... Ouais, ça si tu fais en fonction de toi, bah... Il faudra avoir des gens qui aiment bien ce que toi tu fais et que tu aimes, quoi. Voilà. Au moins t'as ta propre personnalité et tu... Voilà, t'es pas influencé... C'est pas influencé par voilà, par ce qui sort, ce qui sort pas. Tu fais un truc que toi t'estimes bien, voilà quoi, tout à fait bien comme ça quoi. Je vais dépêcher un petit peu le fameux poisson que j'ai besoin. Il est là. Ah, il faut chier. Tu Tu vois, il est pas réapparu, quoi. Tu vois, c'est tous les X heures, ça revient. Bon, peut-être que si j'empêche un, il va apparaître. On va voir. Ah non, celui-là, c'est pas ça. Eux, ils aiment bien des boules qui puent. Oh, j'ai mal à la jambe. Ou sinon, il fait comment au Québec pour l'instant non, il gèle ou ça va quoi. Nous, demain, ils annoncent une tempête. Hein. Une grosse tempête demain. Avec des pointes de 150 km/h.
Wow, nice catch!
Nice catch! Bienvenue sur le live les amis, n'hésitez pas à m'ajouter si vous avez envie de... si vous avez besoin d'aide concernant le jeu. Je suis dispo. Bientôt à R55. Oh. Arrête de courir comme ça. Je sais que tu vas bouffer quand même. Ah ouais, l'hiver commence à passer, donc on va dire que le plus rude est passé, quoi. Parce que chez vous, quand il fait froid, c'est autre chose qu'ici, hein. C'est des moins 20. Minimum moins 20.
What is it? What is it? Is it another Paimon?
Est-ce que c'est encore là? C'est ici quelque part, je crois. Je crois que c'est là. Il va bientôt rejoindre le cours des grands. De quoi tu parles, entre 3 et moins 15. Ah ouais, quand même, moins 15. Victor, est-ce que tu as déjà fait la nouvelle quête sur Enconomia?
Force my blade. Fairy blade. Attack. It's showtime. Ha! Bam! Can't catch me.
Bon, réfléchis. Hop, tiens. Victor, tant que tu es là, si tu veux venir éventuellement pour m'aider, je dois... Tu vois, pour Fichel, il faut que j'aille faire, je crois que c'est le loup, je pense. Je vais vérifier. Là, je fais des coffres pour les primos. Ah, ok, d'accord. Il faut que j'aille farmer... C'était où ça encore? Le loup du Nord. Bon, bah, je crois que je vais y aller de toute façon. C'est quel côté le poisson qui est ici? Non, je crois pas que c'était ici. Ah bah Victor, là. Ok, impeccable. On va aller au loup du Nord alors. Attends. C'est qui ça? Attends Victor, faut que tu... Attends, refuse. Sinon tu vas te téléporter pour rien quoi. Océanide, le loup du Nord ici là. Vas-y maintenant tu peux venir. Vas-y renvoie ta... Victor, tu peux revenir. Désolé. Voilà, c'est bon. Ouais, le problème c'est que sinon, comme ça, il se téléporte directement sur moi parce que sinon il va devoir. C'est chiant, je crois ici pour monter là-bas en haut. C'est Léo Matéi, tu regardes. C'est vraiment son chien, hein, celui qui a 3 pattes, je sais pas quoi là. Ils ont dû lui couper la patte, du vrai en plus. Ouais, non, je veux plus sur sauver le monde, franchement, je trouve plus aucun plaisir à y jouer. Donc, du coup, et d'ailleurs, même si j'ai quelqu'un qui veut racheter mon compte, franchement, j'ai vraiment. Avec tous les persos, avec BR et tout. S'il y a un type qui est assez fou pour l'acheter, bah. J'ai quand même vu des comptes qu'on vendait des comptes sur eBay, 1500, 2000 euros, et ils avaient pas autant que j'ai moi. Moi, le mec qui me donne 300 euros, je lui donne. Sur BR, j'ai quand même presque 200, plus de 200 persos quand même. Mais bon, j'y crois pas, je m'en fous. Je trouve que ce que tu reçois par rapport à tes combats et tout ça, c'est nul, quoi. Ils pourraient faire, je sais pas, donner des bons loots et tout, quoi, pour améliorer tes persos et qu'il y ait une différence, quoi, entre 130 et 133 ou 140, quoi. Franchement. D'ailleurs, j'avais commencé le mode aventure ici dernièrement. J'ai fait quoi les 10 premiers niveaux, après j'ai laissé tomber. Franchement, moi pour l'instant je suis à fond sur GENSHIN et j'adore. En plus après t'as des amis qui viennent t'aider et tout, c'est qui est bien. Ils peuvent pas venir t'aider tout le temps, mais dans des certaines quêtes avec des gros boss, des donjons et tout, ils peuvent venir donner un coup de main. Mais seulement ce qu'il y a, c'est que c'est long, parce que quand tu vas on va dire pour farm du stuff, bah c'est pas toujours, t'as pas toujours les bons artefacts directs, quoi. Donc c'est ça qu'il faut énormément farmer, quoi.
There is no escape. Shadow Raven, let night fall. I summon thee.
T'as vu, il a Raiden.
As you wish, me POIL. No rest for the wicked.
Mais ce que j'ai fait comme connerie, j'ai même pas tellement enlevé, mais qui est con. Je suis mort ou je suis quoi là?
From whence you came.
No rest for the wicked.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day. Insubordination. I summon thee.
Allez, à deux c'est bien plus facile. Hein. Merci. Tentative en moitié court restant cette semaine.
Ozzy, my dear familiar.
Ozzy.
60. Bande de voleurs, quoi. Attaque, dégâts, crit, PV. Vagabond, bah, ça peut être intéressant. Ça, j'en ai besoin. Ok. Merci, merci, merci Victor.
I created another universe and founded paradise for I, Fischl, and the Prinzessin de Ver...
Every journey.
Ah, niveau 7 déjà, c'est bien ça. Ça monte, hein. Attends, tu as fait le nouveau boss? Non. Non, je suis même pas au courant. Il y a un nouveau boss? Bah bien, on va le faire. Il est où le nouveau boss? Vas-y, je te suis. Ah, il y a un nouveau boss. Oh, le nouveau boss. J'étais pas au courant qu'il y avait un nouveau boss. Attends, ah ouais.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
Ah, mais je vais devoir attendre, je dois remettre de la résine parce que j'ai plus de résine. Ah, d'accord, c'est ce que j'étais tantôt, ça. Avec Baal, c'est ça? Attends. Je vais mettre de la résine. C'est 60, hein, je crois. Hop, une. Confirmé. Voilà. Allez, on y va alors. Attends, je prends quoi comme perso?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Allez, on y va alors. Attends, moi j'ai quoi ça? J'ai là. Attends, je vais prendre. Est-ce que je prends Bennett pour le soin? Voilà. Ça va ça si je prends ça? Puis ça, j'ai pris électrique. Allez, ok, on y va. On va tenter. À mon avis, c'est contre Baal, je pense, c'est ça. Hein? Ah, ok, c'est ça en fait.
Strike dead. Everybody stand back.
Là, je prends déjà l'énergie parce que je suis. Il fait quoi? Il fait quoi?
Inferior. By royal decree. Insubordination.
No rest for the wicked.
Ouais, c'est méchant, toi.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Je suis presque mort, putain.
Strike dead. Oz, reveal thyself.
Ah, j'aurais dû prendre un peu de perso.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Strike dead.
Ah merde.
Benny's adventure
Mais
team.
non, mais regarde ça, meuf, c'est n'importe quoi.
Through it. Follow my blade.
Oh là là là, c'est pas comme truc ça.
Witness the final calamity. There is no escape. Through it follows my blade.
Gather.
Eternity is in my hand.
Ouais, franchement, les musiques. En plus, ils ont fait des musiques avec des orchestres et tout ça. Et chipotné, hein. Ah, je me suis fait défoncer, quoi. Comme une merde.
There is no escape.
T'as vu ça les boss que c'est? C'est un nouveau ça.
Ruin follows my blade.
Il est tout seul.
Inferior.
Le pauvre. « 16 000, 39 000, 40 000, 50 000. Waouh, ce qu'il lui met. 52 000. Quoi. Tu dois 52 000. Putain, mais Victory, il est chaud.
Like pathetic. Obey me. This world, a fleeting shadow. Illusions are but distractions.
Donc là, il faut trouver et vaincre l'illusion spéciale.
Shattered.
Il a encore la moitié de sa vie. Ah, il a repris de la vie, ça.
This world, a fleeting shadow. Weak. Pathetic. This.
Et il se passe quoi? Il est bugué? Ou c'est l'écran? Ou je le vois qui est bugué,
Purge all obstacles.
Ah, il a bugué, il est sur place.
Witness the final calamity. Perish.
Ah mais c'est malade hein.
Eternity is in my hands.
Alors Victor va-t-il réussir à s'en sortir tout seul?
Inferior.
Le pauvre.
Perish. Inferior.
J'ai l'impression que ça bug parce que regarde à certains moments tu vois le perso il a tout
Purge all obstacles.
ses membres et tout ça à côté de lui quoi. C'est pas logique ça. Regarde toi ça par exemple, est-ce que c'est logique ça?